Okay, we got a action-packed cassette. Again, if you don't know, this is a single cassette out of a huge stockpile of U.S. Army training tapes I purchased, sort of a surplus sale. They were probably going to be destroyed. Probably most of them have been. Maybe I have the only set left in the world. But they were a dual deal where they would have an audio section, which was a cassette, and then a video section, which was, I don't know, some sort of probably videotape, or maybe it was a projection, something, but I don't have that part. I don't know how to get a hold of that part, and if I did have that part, I don't have a machine to play it on. So you're getting a half-ass situation here. Well, you're going to have to use your imagination. So anyway, today's lesson is the hand grenade, carrying, arming, and throwing. Lesson number 942-071-000-Foxtrot. I'm going to start using the tree versus 3 in the Army NATO phonetic style. Get into practice of that, and where else can you say tree for 3? So, let's get this sucker in there and learn how to manipulate a hand grenade. No telling what kind of deal this is going to be. The last lesson I did was very high level and very specialized. It had something to do with destruction with artillery, and I'll tell you, that was some egghead stuff. But I'm sure there are people that do that for fun. Maybe they played Battleship all their kid years and play Sudoku all their adult years, and they know how to do that grid coordinate stuff just fine. So anyway, enough chatter. Let's get this sucker on the roll here. And for the record, I've thrown 2 hand grenades in my life. Both were at Warrior Transition, which was fancy lingo for blue to green. It was a program that turned Navy sailors into Army soldiers. And I've thrown 2. And both were very heavily supervised in a boot camp type situation. So there you go. So here we go. Let's play this sucker.
As you well know, the hand grenade is an effective and versatile weapon when used properly. When used improperly, it can be useless or even deadly. In this lesson, you will learn how to use the grenade effectively and safely, which includes proper use of the ammo pouch, arming procedures, and throwing techniques. You will also learn to select the best throwing position for various tactical situations. There is good reason to have your grenades readily available to you in combat, but there's equally good reason to have them safely stored until you need them. That's one reason you carry the universal ammo pouch. It's convenient and it's safe. The universal ammo pouch will hold 5 grenades, 2 on the outside and 3 on the inside, all very safely stored until you need them. Before placing grenades in the pouch or attaching them to the outside, make sure the fuse is finger tight. The grenades carried inside the pouch are secure enough, without attaching them in any way. But a little more care must be given to those attached to the outside. First, slip the safety lever of the grenade into the carrying sleeve of the pouch, making sure the pull ring is pointing downward. Wrap the strap around the neck of the grenade, making sure the safety lever and the pull ring are both inside the strap. With the strap snapped, the grenades are safely stored, but ready for immediate use. This soldier was a little careless in attaching one of his grenades to the universal ammo pouch. What did he do wrong? He left one of the pull rings outside the strap. With the pull ring exposed like this, something disastrous could happen. A final word about carrying grenades. Just in case you're tempted, never attach grenades to any equipment by their pull rings. Unless you just feel like living dangerously. Like the old sergeant says, there's just too much red tape and paperwork if you go kill yourself. When the time comes that you need a grenade, the first ones you will use are those attached to the outside of the pouch. Holding the grenade is an extremely important part of its use. Take a firm grip on the grenade, unsnap the strap, and you're ready to arm and throw it. If you are right-handed, hold the grenade right side up, with the thumb snugly against the safety lever, between the first and second joints, with fingers gripping the body of the grenade. This grip prevents arming the grenade before you throw it, but exposes the safety pin pull ring. You southpaws will have to grip the grenade upside down. Otherwise, everything else is the same. Thumb over the safety lever, pull ring exposed. Now, let's see how well this lesson is getting across the message. What, if anything, is wrong with this method of holding the grenade? The safety lever is not against the thumb. When the pin is pulled, the lever will fall away, arming the grenade immediately. Hold that safety lever snugly until you're ready to throw the grenade. Let it fall from the grenade after it's thrown, not in your hand. What, if anything, is wrong here? Nothing. If you're left-handed, this is the way to do it. How about this method? The problem here is getting at the pull ring. The safety lever may be secure, but you can't pull the pin. This could cause you a rather embarrassing delay. What, if anything, is wrong here? Not a thing. This is the correct method of holding the grenade if you're right-handed. Remember the 2 points. Safety lever snug against thumb and pin exposed. The grenade is ready to be armed. This picture shows 2 safety devices designed by the Army to make the grenade safe for you to handle. Write down their names. Press the proceed button when you are through. A is the safety lever, and B is the safety pin with its pull ring. The safety pin must be pulled and the safety lever released to arm the grenade. So for most grenades, this is the basic arming sequence. Pull the safety pin and throw the grenade. The safety clip is a third safety device, commonly found on fragmentation grenades. Both the safety pin and the safety clip must be removed to arm these grenades. Only then will the safety lever fall away from the grenade and arm it. The sequence for arming these grenades is simple and easy to follow. First, hold the grenade correctly, at about shoulder level. Insert the index finger of your opposite hand into the pull ring. Use your thumb to rotate the safety clip to the left until it is off the safety lever. To arm the grenade, pull the safety pin with a pulling, twisting motion. Remember the three-step procedure. Remove safety clip, pull pin, and throw. The sequence is the same for left-handed throwers, except that the twisting motion is in the opposite direction. In the next three pictures, you will see grenades that may or may not be ready to throw. If the grenade is not ready, write down what step of arming the grenade has not been completed. If the grenade is ready, write the word "Go" and push the proceed button. Is this grenade ready to be thrown or not? The safety clip has not been removed. Therefore, you would not throw it. Now try this one. This grenade is ready to be thrown. All right, now one more. The pin has not been removed. It wouldn't do much good to throw it. These, then, are the two basic arming sequences you will use on most grenades. Note the one extra step for those having safety clips. Here is one exception you'll need to learn. The M25 riot control grenade. It doesn't have a safety handle. Instead, it uses an arming sleeve to perform the arming function. There's no trick to using it. Just hold it in your right or left hand, press down on the sleeve with your thumb, and pull the pin with your opposite hand. You hold the arming sleeve down with your thumb until you throw the grenade. Once the grenade leaves your hand, the arming sleeve comes up again. 2 seconds later, the grenade detonates. So much for arming grenades for normal use. Now let's review a special arming procedure presented in the first lesson in this series. In order to avoid having a grenade thrown back to you, or to achieve an airburst over an enemy position, you can use a method called cook-off. Do you recall which grenade you can use the cook-off method with? Name the type of grenade and the type of fuse. Write your answer and start the machine when you're ready. You would use the cook-off method of arming with the M67 fragmentation grenade to make its time delay fuse achieve results similar to an impact fuse. The arming procedure is basically the same as we have discussed. Remove the safety clip, pull the pin, but then you release the safety lever while still holding the grenade. Count off 2 seconds. 1001, 1002. And then throw. Be sure you don't count beyond 2 seconds. This brings us to our final topic, the proper methods of throwing grenades. First of all, there is no single right way to throw a grenade. We all have our own particular throwing styles that we've more or less grown up with. So what's natural for one soldier just might be unnatural for another. And the position from which you throw will depend a great deal on the tactical situation you find yourself in. There are 4 basic positions that have been proven effective in combat situations: standing, kneeling, prone, and prone to kneeling. The position you choose will depend on the distance to your target and the amount of available cover or protection from enemy fire. The standing position gives you the greatest distance and accuracy, but requires the greatest amount of cover. The kneeling position will give you less distance, but you would use it when less cover is available. The prone position gives you a very limited distance, but needs the least amount of cover. The prone to kneeling position can be used when you have little cover, but need the greater distance of the kneeling position. Notice that you fall back to the prone position as soon as you throw. Let's see how this works. For instance, the bank here affords excellent cover, and the target will soon be within maximum throwing range. Which throwing position would be best here? Write your answer, and then restart the machine. The best choice would be the standing position. You have plenty of cover, and you need more distance and accuracy. Would you use a standing position here? If not, why not? Write your answer. Restart the machine when you're ready. To use the standing position in this situation would be suicide, which isn't authorized. It would expose you to deadly machine gun fire. What would be your best choice? The kneeling position. You won't get the distance of the standing position, but you don't need it here. And the kneeling position allows you to take advantage of what little cover is available. How about this situation? Again, write down your answer. Prone to kneeling would be the best bet. You're really hurting for cover, but you need the distance you couldn't get from the prone position. Notice your follow-through is back down to the prone position for cover. What's your choice here? Prone. You have no cover to speak of, but the range to the target is such that you don't need much distance. One last set of exercises on selecting the best grenade throwing positions. The next 4 scenes will be on the screen for only 3 seconds each. Make your choice quickly during that time. You only need think your answers this time. Don't bother to write them down. Get ready now for your first situation. Standing. Good cover, but long range to target. Now try this one. Kneeling. Some cover, medium distance. Okay? Next. Prone. Very little or no cover and short range. Now try this one. Prone to kneeling. Little cover, but you need distance. All right, let's move on to a new topic. Once you've selected the right throwing position, how do you deliver the grenade? As we said, there's no one right way. First of all, relax. Use your own style. Imagine throwing the grenade in much the same way you throw a baseball. There are some basic principles of throwing that will help you improve your distance and accuracy. And if you learn them well, they just might make the grenade a safer, more dependable weapon at the same time. Let's look at these principles now. We'll use the standing position as our example. Look at your target and make a quick mental calculation of the distance you'll have to throw. Then, holding the grenade as you've learned, arm it, watching as you remove the safety clip, and pull the pin. Take another quick look at your target. You will notice that the soldier is not locking his non-throwing arm, and he throws with an overhead motion. Keeping your eyes on the target will improve your accuracy. Follow Follow through after releasing the grenade. This will increase your distance and accuracy. These basic principles apply no matter which position you're throwing from. 1. Look at your target and estimate distances. 2. Holding the grenade properly. Remove the safety clip and pull the pin. 3. Look back at your target. 4. Throw with a natural overhand motion. And 5. Follow through. The principles presented in these lessons, if they are to be useful and effective, must be put into practice. Practice. Practice.
You have just completed a tech lesson. Please rewind your film cartridge and audio cassette.
Alright, so there you go. Kind of a quick little tape on the fundamentals. I like that part where they mentioned baseballs. A lot of really good pitchers, also good grenade throwers, use a lot of the same muscles, so it's something to think about when you're playing the old America's pastime. I happen to be eating some raspberry jam bought at Dollar Tree. It says product of Egypt on it. You can't help but wonder if this was made during or before or just after all that Egyptian violence and chaos. So anyway, I will tell you this, it's very tasty. So with anything, practice, practice, practice. I've got a lot of tapes on very high-end training that won't be a benefit to many people due to the fact it's so specialized. However, I intend to play all of them. I have a huge amount, so I will get to everything eventually, but I think I might be hand selecting some of the stuff that might be more important to perhaps the boys in Afghanistan right now. Though I will say, when I was in Iraq, we weren't allowed to carry hand grenades. They weren't issued. It was after the main battles and stuff, so I guess they were figuring it's more dangerous to give them out than it is to have them for patrols and things. So they are sort of a rare item, usually only issued to people that know how to use them, and to be able to know how to use them, they have to be issued. Kind of a chicken and egg deal. So anyway, I'm going to conclude this, and I may start a series on recommending different video games that I played in my 32 years of existence. Well, not all 32, but a lot of them. There are certain games and things where you can emulate the cook-off period. You can emulate throwing grenades and bouncing down holes and around corners and over hills and dales and things like that. A lot of physics, a lot of hand-eye coordination, things like that. It's pretty interesting. So anyway, this concludes another Military Industrial Museum presentation of late 1970s U.S. Army training. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll continue as can when can. Again, this isn't my day job. This is a side show. So Anyway, stay tough and live day for day like you won't get it again, because you won't. So that's enough. I don't like long goodbyes, and I seem to have some of the longest ones. Anyway, here we go. End the recording.